Today we're going to be going over how to change the oil on a 2008 CBR600RR. Now, this generation was from 2007 until 2012, but even the 13 and up should be the same oil change wise. It's just that the fairings changed a little bit. So we're going to start by taking off this lower fairing. Let's get to it. The lower fairing on the CBR600 has 4 bolts and there's 2 head sizes. It's going to be a metric 4 and a metric 5. And the cool thing is that there's 2 different thread pitches which correlate to the different head sizes. This just makes it so much easier when you're putting it back together, so pay attention. The left side of the bike has a couple vent tubes that pull through a window on the fairing, so you'll need to push those back through in order to get the fairing out nicely. This drain plug is going to be a metric 12 and the oil does come out with some force, so make sure your oil pan is positioned correctly. The oil filter is tucked up way behind the headers, so try and find that thing and you should be able to pull it off by hand, but if you can't, I usually like to use a tool like this. It's an oil filter wrench and that'll help you get it off without any problems. I'm using this K&N oil filter. It has a great flow rate and it has this nut on the top which will make it way easier to get this filter off in case it gets real stuck on next time you go to do an oil change. The oil from this bike was super disgusting, so I always keep an extra bottle of oil on hand. This is actually from my car. I'm gonna sneak in here with the microfiber and clean off that mating surface where the filter meets the block. I've got this oil on my finger and I'm just gonna wipe it around this seal. And that just helps lubricate this rubber when you twist it on so that you don't tear that gasket. Do this gently because you wanna make sure you have the threads lined up, and this should only be hand tight. Wipe off the threads on the drain plug itself just to make sure everything's clean. I'm gonna slide on our new crush washer and put that bolt back in. Now this also should not be very tight. There is a torque spec, I don't know it, but the reason you don't want to over tighten this is because it'll get really stuck in there as you get heat cycles through the oil pan. So once the metal expands and shrinks, that bolt will just get really stuck. So I just like to make it tight enough. We're gonna use a funnel to fill this up. I'm not sure if you can see on camera, but this one is absolutely disgusting. I always like to spray a little bit of carb cleaner through the funnel to clean it out and get all that junk out so you don't dump all that right into your engine. Next, we're gonna remove the oil fill plug. You can usually break it loose by hand, but if you can't, my OCD makes me put some kind of towel over it before I put pliers on it so that I don't chip it up. This bike also has this rubber seal for the fill plug, so you wanna make sure to wipe that off. Don't use any carb clean on it because you're gonna eat the rubber, but just wipe it off and set it to the side to make sure you have it to put back on when you're done. For the oil, we're using this Maxima Pro Plus, and we're gonna use a full synthetic 10 weight 50. The factory fill for a 2008 CBR600 is actually just under 3 quarts, but I always prefer to overfill bikes just a touch, especially for people who ride really hard. We got our oil in. I'm gonna put that seal on the fill plug, and this again should just be hand tight. This is plastic on metal, so you don't want to kill it, and it'll also get more stuck in due to the heat. All right, so we're done with the actual oil change part. All we're gonna do is throw that lower fairing on, let it run for a few minutes to get the oil to circulate back through, and we're good to go. And that's how you change the oil on a 2008 CBR600RR. Again, make sure to let it run for just a couple minutes before you ride off so that the oil can circulate all the way through the engine. And subscribe to my channel for more motorcycle how-tos.